Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of season 3 of the Newcastle United series. You can see at the start of the season we had 235 million in the transfer budget. That was before we sold one or two players as well, because we're going to make some big changes to this team. Now last season, obviously, we made it to the Champions League semi-finals, but unfortunately we lost to PSG in the semi-finals. Now Sven Botman is not going to take over in the first team. Sven Botman is actually possibly going to get sold, and Matt Target is not our first team right back. It was Kieran Trippier. Which is Kieran Trippier starting to go down and now being 33 years of age. Going to replace him with someone younger and higher rated in that position. And we're going to bring a new centre back and a new right back into this team this season. And possibly some rotational players. As you can see, Nicholas Wall, our homegrown talent, should return from his loan at Brighton. He's been on loan at Brighton for 2 years. It looks like a decent player. We're going to use him as our striker off the bench because his shot power, as you can see, there is 96. His penalties is pretty good. His finishing is pretty decent already. And at 19 years of age, he can break into this team at 78 overall. And the rest of the bench probably is going to look the same. Maybe Kieran Trippier comes up to the bench for Max Garens, but Max Garens is there for his pace. And yeah, just getting to the signings. Obviously, we also ended up winning the Premier League, Carabao Cup and FA Cup for the second season in a row within domestic treble in 2 seasons that I've been in charge. And this is season 3, so hopefully we can go on to do it again. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the signings. I'm going to show you who they are in a second. Quite high-profile players, so you guys will know probably one of them will be on the thumbnail. And yeah, let's get into this. If you're going to enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications so you don't miss any videos. Let's get into this and build a team that can possibly win the Champions League this season. Okay, before I get into our first game of the season, which is a Community Shield up against Manchester United, a team that actually handed us a 3-2 loss this season in this fixture. Obviously, we won all 3 domestic trophies, so we faced a team that finished second in the Premier League, which was Man United in the end. Before we get into this one, we are going to show you the new signings we have made. Let's go to the transfer history. Let's go to our clubs and sort by where to spend. As you can see, Sven Botman, we sold him to Liverpool for 107 million because they brought in Matthias de Ligt to partner up with Ed Militao in our defence. And we can have a back line of Mickey van der Ven and Joe Gomez in the second team. Alexander Isak has also been sold to Real Madrid. Now, Alexander Isak was a player in the first season, was our best player. He was the best player by far, scored the most goals, but in the second season, he just didn't perform. That's why I brought in Colin Mawani. And Colin Mawani, obviously, after a slow start, kind of picked up a form. Eventually has become the striker we have now in our team. So we have sold Alexander Isak. We also put in Trent Alexander-Arnold to be our first team right back. As you can see, he's a left wing back, so accidentally converted into a left wing back instead of a right wing back. So that is being changed. But I can see we spent 65 million on Trent at 89 rated player. It obviously was 80 rated at the time. Contract expiring. That's why we brought him for cheap. And we've also brought in Kepa to our backup shot stopper behind Nick Pope, the former Chelsea goalkeeper. So he's a Premier League experienced goalkeeper, and he's not the worst goalkeeper in FIFA. I also learned out a couple of players. Max Aaron's going out on loan to Napoli because obviously we don't need him for this season, so might as well loan him out and get him some experience elsewhere. Let's get into this game up against Man United at Wembley Stadium. As you can see, Man United have an incredible team. They're playing Kobe Manu. Obviously, they brought Kim Min-jae as well now. That's an interesting team. They've got Osimhen, obviously. Brandt's been there for a while. Casemiro, Rashford, Amad Diallo, Arnaud Martinez, Fabian Schär, obviously play we saw to them. They've got Kim Min-jae, Pedroso, a Spanish left back as well. Partnered up with the Spanish right back David De Gea in goal. You can see our team for this game is our first team with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Matthias de Ligt making their debuts in this one. I can see Nick Pope as our captain now due to Kieran Trippier being on the bench. We need to actually put him on the bench now. Kieran Trippier, there we go. And let's get into this one at Wembley Stadium and hopefully get revenge against United for handing us a loss in this fixture last season. And start the season off with a win in the Community Shield. I should have got the ball there. Julian Brandt, their first shot of the game to score, really. And that shot should have been saved. Pope should save that. Pope should be saving that all day. Why has he tried to lean and save it? Why does he not dive after the ball? So we've got David there at one end who's on I don't even know. It's something that makes him unbeatable. And Pope at the other end just lets the ball go past him. De Ligt, incredible challenge. I had to make that challenge because they were going to score though. If I don't make that challenge, they're going to score. Mount, Gakpo. Kanamawani, stay behind me. Kanamawani, better be onside. If you're offside, he is onside. I was going to say, if he's offside, he's off the pitch. Because that would be stupid if he was offside. But 16 shots later, we scored our first goal. They've had 2 and I've scored 1. We've had 16 and scored 1. It is where it is. It's annoying, but it is where it is. I think defensively we need to change. I don't know where it is. We need to drop our depth back a little bit more. I don't know. I'll bring it forward, one of the two. But we score here. Kanamawani scores. I missed it 1-1. Okay, Catherine Thuram. Catherine Thuram for another time. Catherine Thuram's got room this time. Catherine Thuram, of course, David De Gea saves it. It's been a David De Gea save compilation this game, honestly. Delete. Can't win a header. What was that to Meditao? Running Morris. Okay, to Trent. Trent now, good run. Trent now, blocked. Thuram now, that is Trent. Trent blocked again. See, everything's getting blocked right now. Thuram blocked. Kanamawani blocked. Thuram. Newcastle. That should be a goal. There we go. Great bit of play. Perseverance. Yeah, blocked about 4 shots in a row there. But finally get the ball in the centre. Mason Mount finds room and gets a finish past David De Gea. I don't actually care about the Community Shield. I just want revenge over United for beating us last season, and the fact this game's gone the way it has, where we've had like 20 plus shots. We've only scored twice so far. But in a way, it doesn't matter if we're winning the end. And as of right now, we're on track to win this game. And Pope gets his first trophy as Newcastle United captain. And finally, we get another one past David De Gea and past the United defence in midfield. Why is this going so slow? Why does this feel like the slowest minute? There we go. We win the Community Shield. Let's cut to the title celebrations. And here we are. Nick Pope, his first game as Newcastle captain. He's going to get up here to lift this trophy. The Community Shield, obviously, it's not the biggest trophy in the world. It's not a trophy we particularly care about winning, but it was more about revenge against United than anything. And let's get into the Premier League season after this title celebration here. Let's get into the Premier League season and hopefully start it off with a win. Okay, so here we are, the first game of the Premier League season. Obviously, we made a little bit of a change to the lineup. We made the centre-backs closer and the full-backs closer to the defender, just to hopefully make that a little bit more of a tighter defence than it currently has been. We're up against Fulham here, because we've got a pretty good team. Look at Eber actually yesterday in their team, Justin Kluivert-Palin yesterday in there. They've got Eddie Zavahi, they've got Luis Felipe in their team, obviously Alexander Golovin as well. And let's get into this one up against Fulham. Our next game is actually Man United, so we actually faced United twice in this episode. So let's get into this game against Fulham, get into good form to face United again, and hopefully get the double over them and start the season off here with a win, as well as to defend the Premier League title.
Interesting to see what the referee's going to do about it. Very quick thinking there. Well, I'm sure his heart is beating extra quickly because it's his debut game today. Stuart, what should we expect to see?
And the ball around. Mason Mount, about to score here. Mason Mount, about to score. There we go. 1-0. I just have a feeling that this game's going to go against me. I just have a feeling it's Fulham. You know what I mean? It's a team we should easily beat. But for some reason, I get a feeling they're going to pull it back. It's a great shot from Mason Mount though. But then I ain't saving that, and we're 1-0 up here. And hopefully we can continue this performance. It's a good challenge. And delete. There you go. Kanamawani. Go through ball by Matthias Ligt. Kanamawani better score at the end of this. Kanamawani. There we go. 2-0. Okay. I just know this game though. It's great assist by Matthias Ligt. Incredible assist from him. Well, not really an incredible assist, but a great through ball from a defender. Through to Kanamawani. He actually finds the finish. The amount of times he's hit the crossbar from this position is unreal. But this time he finds the finish luckily for us. And makes it 2-0.
And we very much hope you'll join us for more live Premier League action on EA TV. It's Fulham taking on
Good challenge. Kanamawani. Hit the run. I've actually found him. Kanamawani. Bury it. Kanamawani 3-0. That's the second goal of the game. And Kanamawani, I didn't expect the pass from Doku to work out for us. The amount of times I tried to play those through balls and I play it down the wrong angle or just at the wrong time. But this time, Jerome Doku plays a perfect pass when I actually had planned when I played the pass, when I hoped it would play. Kanamawani runs through. I was thinking about giving it to Gakpo, but I thought, you know what, we're just going to take it with Kanamawani and score. And it's 3-0 here. Love to see it. He's only just driving the ball. That should be end of the half. Catherine Thuram, actually. Catherine Thuram, hit that. Catherine Thuram. 3-0 win against Fulham. Love to see it. Let's get into our next game, which is Man United. Yeah, for the second time in this episode, we're going to take on Man United here. This time at Old Trafford, away from home. And as you can see, United have actually switched the team around and putting Johnny and Brent out on the right side of the pitch. Then when Szoboszlai returns to the camera, Hannibal Meshra is playing centre mid for CD, and Gabriel at centre back. They're bringing Malacia back into the team, and Kevin Trapp, as long as Sandro Martinez is on the centre back role as well. And they also do have Lautaro Martinez. Also remember that they've got Osimhen and Lautaro Martinez as two strikers in the team. Like, this United team is incredible. Let's get into this one, and hopefully our team is better than this United team once again, and we can get a win here. Russian now. Good defending there. Bruno Guimaraes now. Jeremy Doku. Forward to Mason Mount. Mason Mount now. Looking to spread it through to Jeremy Doku. That's an incredible through ball. Jeremy Doku to make it 1-0. Kevin Trapp got a touch on that, I believe. But the through ball from Mason Mount was incredible, and the finish from Jeremy Doku has too much power behind it for Kevin Trapp to save it, and it finds its way into the back of the net despite getting a touch on it. But that through ball from Mason Mount was incredible. I didn't expect it to work out, similar to the goal we scored earlier. It's the ball there, but usually it plays it down the inside, but I want it behind the centre back, and for once it does it. And there's nothing Kevin Trapp can do about that one. And we're 1-0 up here early on in this game. Szoboszlai, there we go. Matthijs de Ligt. Bruno Guimaraes. Driving the ball here, Bruno Guimaraes. No, if he gets given a room, he can hit them. Bruno Guimaraes. And Kevin Trapp denies him here. They haven't scored a long shot yet this season. Mount from the corner, can we find de Ligt? De Ligt's header finds the back of the net. And maybe, finally, we have a towering player in that centre role there on corners that we can whip it into the penalty spot and find with. And Matthijs de Ligt, after so many attempts he's had in this episode already, in the Community Shield against Fulham as well, it's so many attempts that were saved. When this hands round, it's a great cross from Mason Mount. And a great header from Matthijs de Ligt. Nothing Trapp can do about that one. Side netting, no one's going to save that. Gabriel out-jumped by de Ligt. Not even out-jumped, just beat into it by de Ligt. And we're 2-0 up there. It was Kalimawani this time, but he can't get there. Send it over to Militao, we can hit them. Militao shot saved by Trapp. Good change there from Doku. Osimhen. Okay, how's that got through? I thought we had that with de Ligt. I literally thought I had that challenge with de Ligt. Like, perfect. And somehow finds his way through. And Rashford is completely wide open, and he makes it 2-1. Jeremy Doku. Okay, now Mason Mount. Denied by Trapp. de Ligt, what a challenge. Just gave Rashford that little bit of a false insecurity there that he could run through. Jeremy Doku now. Where's the pass, Doku, man? It's like when the defender's coming in for a challenge, the game just goes, oh, your player's just not going to react. But they can do that, you know what I mean? They can react like that. Pope, we need... Okay, I was about to say we need a big save from Pope, but he didn't make one. It's where it is. As I was saying, when your players are about to be challenged, they don't react whatsoever. You can tell them to turn around, hold off the player, play the pass or clear it, whatever. They won't do anything. But the AI literally can just pull out the most quick piece of dribbling you've ever seen in your life under pressure. I'm trying to get to that. Okay, I literally had the ball. Okay, good save, Pope. Wasn't given. Mason Mount. Feeds it through. Go to Gakpo. Go to Gakpo. How has Trapp saved that? Mason Mount. Looking for de Ligt. De Ligt can't win this header. Another on with Vigo. Jeremy Doku. Mason Mount. Jeremy Doku. How has he missed? Anthony's like on for Medford. Great.
They'll be disappointed with that delivery.
There's the map for the centre, looking for Colomwani. Come on, Colomwani. I think about taking you off. Over to Doku. There we go. For a second, I thought Chop was going to save that. For a second, I thought he was going to block that pass, but fortunately, it runs through to Jeremy Doku. He pulls out a little bit of a roulette finish there, just for a little bit of a spice on the top.
Well, here it is again, and the pace in which they
Well, it's simply a tap in. Just wanted to make it a little bit more fancy. Just to annoy this United fans behind the goal. Jeremy Doku makes it 3-2 here. I was thinking about taking off Colomwani, but he makes a good run there. And gets the assist for the goal that puts us back in the lead. Well deserved lead, to be fair. Again, not sure how to play that pass. But Kieran Tierney, great challenge there against Anthony. Militao, fantastic defending there from Militao. There's a man, Militao, in for whatever reason, and it's going to cost him in the end.
On to Tierney. Bruno Guimaraes.
Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno Guimaraes, last second. Okay. I thought I'd try it, I'd keep the ball for the final 5 minutes of the game and then take a shot last second and see if it goes in. But Bruno Guimaraes actually scored an absolute wonderful goal there with a finesse strike. It's not often this scores with finesse, he usually just rifles it into the back of the net. Actually, no one presses him, he just gets in the room, just rolls it onto his right foot and just bends it into the far corner. Kevin Schott can't save that one. And we're going to pick up a 4-2 result here at Old Trafford, going into our final game of the episode against Brighton, which we might sim or whatever, I don't know. It's a 4-2 win here at Old Trafford, and that's 2 wins over United this season compared to 2 losses to them last season. Okay, for the final game of the episode, we're going to play the highlights up against Brighton here at St James's Park. Now, this season we're going to be doing this more often, playing highlights, simming games more often, because obviously we're in season 3 now. We need to speed it up a little bit more so we can get to our next series, which might be Bayern Munich. That's the one I got recommended in the YouTube stream chat, which actually I'm quite interested in doing. I've got a few ideas for that we could possibly do. First of all, I need to finish this Newcastle series and win a Champions League title with this team. But let's get into this one at St James's Park and hopefully end the episode off with a win up against Brighton. First attack here, 11 minutes in, down the left hand side with Cody Gakpo. So we've got Colomwani and Doku in the centre. Gakpo through here to Colomwani. It should be a goal. There we go. Colomwani got his first goal of this game. Obviously, I believe it's actually his third of the season because he got the assist for the Doku goal last game. I don't think he scored against United in that last game, but he scored against Fulham obviously twice. That's his 3rd goal in the Premier League season. Love to see it for Randall Colomwani. And we could get another one here. Colomwani on the ball here. 27 minutes into the game. He's got one defender ahead of him. Colomwani looking for Cody Gakpo. He's found him. Cody Gakpo, could he find the finish? It's a great save by the keeper, but the shot is pretty much straight at him. Wasn't the greatest shot from Cody Gakpo there. We're 39 minutes in here. We need to grab a 2nd goal here just to give us a little bit of a cushion that we need to go on to win this game. Kevin Turan. Oh, that's a perfect through ball. That is a perfect through ball. To Colomwani, who grabs another goal. It's great that in the highlights we're finally getting given that little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? That little bit of luck. That wasn't the word I'm looking for, but a little bit of luck. The rub of the green, I think that's what I was looking for, the phrase. Just to allow us to get the win. And now, in the 58th minute here, we get another attack for the centre here. Not sure. Okay, I was expecting the player to run forward, not come backwards. But Brighton here in the 60th, after that mess up, from mistake by me here, we're on the ball here. 2-0 up. Obviously, we're 2-0 down. We're 2-0 down. And it's simple defending there. But 2 minutes later, Brighton are on the attack yet again. Getting a couple of attacks there in a row. Got a player running for the centre here. We'll stop them. Oh, I shouldn't have stepped up there. Shouldn't have dropped back either. Matthijs de Ligt's great defending there. And now we'll get an attacker over. So can we get Colomwani a hat-trick possibly here? Blues inside. Oh, why did he go aside, man? That's annoying. 74th minute here. Brighton get one more attack. Possibly might be the last attack of the game. There might be one more after this. I don't know. But Militao, good defending. And yeah, we get one more here. Oh, 75th, so might be another after this. I don't know. But on the counter here, we've got Doku making a run. But we're just going to hold the ball here. Look for the ball for the centre, but it didn't go for the centre. But we'll get a 2-0 win against Brighton. And that's a great way to end the episode. Okay, to end the episode, we've got 1 point to talk about, which is the amount of money we're still to spend. We've got 222 million from the sales of Botman and Cunningham still left to spend. Obviously, we're writing Kepa, do a backup goalkeeper, will be used in the next episode. So we have a bunch of our second team players, and we also brought in Matthias de Ligt and Trent Alexander-Arnold, as we know. And obviously, this is a current look of our first team. We've got Gakpo, Cunningham, Jeremy Doku, Mason Mount, Guimaraes, Thuram, Trent, de Ligt, Militao, and Tierney in the team, as well as Nick Pope and goals. Now it's an 87 rating. Great work, great growth from Nick Pope. I believe starts at an 83, maybe 84. Not too sure. As you can see, the bench currently looks like this, and maybe we could do with an impact player to bench. Obviously, we don't know about Nicholas Swart, the amount of impact he's going to have just yet. We will see him next episode and see what he can do. But Alan St-Maximin is a player that doesn't really have an impact off the bench. Anthony Gordon has more of an impact off the bench than Alan St-Maximin does. So I'm tempted to put Anthony Gordon there. As we've seen in the past, Anthony Gordon can do absolutely incredible things, but then again, so can Alan St-Maximin. It's just we'll just rotate them in and out of the team. But as you can see, the rest of the players down here, some of these will be playing in the second team, and some of them will just be on the bench and whatever now and again. But did we spend the 222 million? And if so, what do we spend it on? Or do we save it till January, depending on how this team is doing and how it's performing? We then make a huge change then. Or do we just say, no, we don't spend any of it? But I feel like the most likely thing is we wait till January, we see how the team's performing, and we'll see what the struggles are of the team at that current stage. Also, we still have the opening games of the group stage of the Champions League to come across. We still have a bunch more games in the Premier League and the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, whatever, to get through before then. So there's going to be a lot of chances for this team to slip up, or maybe prove themselves and take players like Jeremy Doku, you might look at as 22-84 rated. We might have to replace him, but as we know, he's been absolutely incredible for us at times. We need to work on more of his shooting to get him more of an impact going forward, but he's been pretty good this episode so far. But yeah, it's going to call it for this one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and turn notifications, don't miss any videos, and check out the streams over on Twitch and here on YouTube occasionally. Obviously, it's the same as my YouTube over on Twitch. There's a link to it, I believe, somewhere on the YouTube. I'm not too sure, but it might be linked down below, or maybe linked in the comments, something like that. I don't know. But head over to TV Plays on Twitch. That's where I stream a variety of games over there, as well as YouTube here. And as you can see, we're currently first at the table, undefeated. Can we continue that going into the second episode? I'll see you guys in that episode. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.